Okay, so today I thought I would do a follow-up for you on abundance outside of the cash economy, and I just used my other camera to collect a few video clips of things that have come into my life that I did not pay for. This is by no means everything. Like I said yesterday, I live in this house, and yeah, I pay rent, but I pay far below what would be considered fair market value to have nearly full access to this house. And I have approximately half an acre of land that I have access to that I can grow food on. I have a car that I did not pay for myself. I have to pay, to put gas in it to make it go, but it's something far beyond what my cash resources would have allowed me to get, especially where I live, where there's no inventory of inexpensive used cars, because no one can afford anything over $3,500, so that's all there is where I live, is stuff that's $10,000 and over, because anytime there's something less than that, it gets bought within hours. So we'll move on to the video clips. So here is summer squash from our neighbor. Also got some eggplant, but already ate it. Tomatoes from my garden. Saved seeds, so didn't really pay for most of this. Jam as a gift. And some rooibos tea, also a gift. Potatoes from the garden, free. Long-term borrowed records from a friend that we know who no longer has a record player, so she may or may not want these back ever. Saltwater taffy from my parents in Wisconsin. Peeps from my mom. Seeds I saved. These are, yeah, you can't see that. Tried hard to get it to focus, but salad bowl lettuce seeds I saved from this year. I'll be planting in the winter. Those are leftover squash seeds in the background. Newly drying tomato seeds. Long-term borrowed books from a friend. Traded food for a snowboard before I moved to Kentucky to work. I bought the bindings, but not the snowboard. Another long-term borrowed book. Some of these are long-term borrows, some of them are outright gifts. Shoes. I don't know if you can see the original price on there. I think they were $49.95. So someone somewhere at some point paid for them, I suppose. But they came into my life without me paying for them, or even, specifically asking for that particular thing. Handbag. Knife. Backpacking, cut trolley, we won't even try that again. Sea to summit. Clothespin. So, as you can see, some of this is just a little bit random, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that may come into your life as gifts or just like magically appear, because that happens sometimes too. if you find something on the sidewalk or in the middle of the forest, it's, if it's someone's wallet and it has ID on it, you can attempt to return it to the person. But another thing to keep in mind is that you should have a generous spirit if you want things like this to come into your life without paying for them. So when you have things that you're no longer using and someone comes into your life and you see that they could use this thing, please feel free to be generous and pass it along. I really think that's the way that things should work. Obviously, we are nowhere near a point where that can work all the time for everything, for everyone, but just practice it as much as you can, if that's the kind of reality that you envision. The more you practice it, the more easily it will come, and the easier it will be for everyone else to do the same. And that's all I have for that. So, practice abundance, practice gratitude, and practicing.